Hey, it's Team IDTE here with another deck profile. This is a deck that I made about a month ago when the whole Quickdraw fad was going on. Decided to do my own version of it because I didn't really like the whole Titanium Lone Flyer thing. I kind of thought I'd rather just do straight Quickdraw. So this deck is mainly for fun, but you know, it's actually pretty good. It can actually win tournaments. Um, I suggest if you want to play it, then just test it out like at your locals and stuff, because it could do good. It can explode sometimes. Like, it has good hands and it can end up having really good advantage. So, alright, to start off, we play Dark Arm because the deck runs darks and it's really an offensive deck, so you can afford to play it. Chaos Sorcerer, it plays darks and lights, so it's a really good card. If you have Dark Arm in hand and too many darks in the grave, then you can get him out on the field and make it so where you have 3 so you can get Dark Armed out, which I have done multiple times. The main card of the deck, 3 Quickdraw. I don't like how other Quickdraw or Quickdraw variant decks only play like 2 or whatever, but this card is extremely good. So for this deck you have to run it in 3. There's no other option, hands down. Then you got 3 Junk Synchron. Another card, since I'm mainly going Quickdraw and like going the Yusei Synchros, you got to run him too. Like, obviously he gets out like Junk Warrior and Junk Destroyer and stuff. It's a good card. One card not too many people running Quickdraw decks right now is Tuning Wear. Obviously, it's some draw power. You machine dupe it, you get to draw cards, you go for, I don't know, Junk Destroyer, blow up their field, desynchro, resync, get 3 more cards. It's too good. It's a really good card with Junk Destroyer. And then my last triple machine card is Cyber Valley, once again for a draw power and another target for machine duplication. I run 2 Dandelions. They're the only plant I run in the deck, but this card works really good with Quickdraw, so I understand why people play it, but I don't like the whole lone firing it onto the field because I don't really need to do that. It's not really necessary, because with Junk Synchron I can easily get like Brionic out or anything to ditch this card from my hand. When I get Drill Warrior out, then I keep bringing it back. It's just, I want to have one of these in the graveyard, so, and it's really easy with this deck. Play 1 Card Trooper for milling and draw power, 1 Sangan for searching pretty much everything in the deck, 1 Plague Spreader for another sinking option, 1 Quillbolt. I was running 2 earlier. Probably 2 weeks ago I was running 2, but then I decided, you know what, this deck is extremely offensive when I want it to be, so I took 1 out and I put a Dark Arm Dragon in its place. And last, we got 1 Level Eater, which is really good too, just in case like you don't have anything to sync with Quickdraw. On to the spells, we got 2 Pot of Avarice. 3 is too many. I always end up drawing multiple ones when my graveyard's not quite full yet, but 2 is just right for this deck. By the way, Pot of Avarice, you bring back Quickdraw and Junk Synchron. I don't understand why people wouldn't bring them back. They're like your main synchro engine in the deck. So then we got 2 desynchros. As I said earlier with Tuning Wear, this card is extremely busted because you blow up your opponent's field and you get massive card advantage. 2 machine duplications. We have 2 targets, Cyber Valley and Tuning Wear to multiply, so I run 2. 3 is way too many, and 1 seems like it's not enough, especially if you end up milling it or something. 2 Book of Moons, one of the only defensive cards, but can be offensive too. 1 card destruction for bad hands, because if you open with 2 Tuning Wares or a Quillbolt and cards that you just need in the grave, then you need to have an option to throw them all into the graveyard. So 1 Reinforcements of the Army. The only target is Junk Synchron, but it still works good. 1 heavy, 1 MST, 1 brain control, and 1 mind control. Obviously, you got to run mind control because you have so many synchros and you have cyber valleys. Onto the traps, there's not a whole lot. We've got 2 dimensional prisons strictly for defensive, 1 torrential, 1 call to continue doing some type of shenanigans with whatever you have in the graveyard, 1 solemn, obviously, and then last 1 return from a different dimension. Since you remove a lot of cards from this deck, like if you do a decent amount of damage like early game and you ended up removing stuff from Cyber Valley or Dark Armed or Chaos Sorcerer or whatever, then bam, you use this and you finish them off. And then the last thing I'll show you is the Synchros. 2 Junk Destroyers. They're your generic Synchros for Quickdraw and Junk Synchron. 1 Junk Archer. It's really good for like finishing somebody off when they just have one guy to defend, and you remove it and just attack for game. 2 Nitro Warriors because this card's fucking beast. 2 Drill Warriors is the main synchro of the deck because it helps you recycle Dandelion, Quickdraw. It gives you the option of not Pot of Avaricing like Quickdraw or Junk Synchron and keep bringing them back with his effects. So you have to run 2 of him, if not 3. But I feel like two's good enough. 1 Turbo Warrior, 1 Junk Warrior, 1 Armory Arm. I don't have one right now, but for some reason it's been extremely hard for me to find and try to trade for, because for whatever reason people have been overvaluing it like a lot. But you need to have 1 of these in here, at least 1, because you get stuck in a situation where you can only go 1 of 4 stars to get other things out. And then for the non-generic synchros, we got Stardust, Black Rose, Goyo, Brionic, and then Catastor. And that's it. The deck is it's pretty consistent. It's not terrible. I like this version a lot better because I like just straight up going for like all the Synchrons and stuff, all the Yusei cards. They're interesting cards to use. Their effects aren't terrible, and the support cards like Quickdraw and Junk Synchron get them out extremely fast, and then you get advantage with tuning wear. So the decks for sale are for trade, with the exception of Dark Arm and Plague Spreader because I can't trade them because they're not mine. And that's it. If you want the deck, then just PM us, and I could trade it to you, just the main deck, and then I could trade you also the extra deck if you want it. Well, not like Stardust and those like overused ones, but I could trade you like the Drill Warriors and Junk Destroyers and stuff if you want it. That's it. Bye.